Hello guys, this is lesson 2 of teaching you how to script on Roblox Studio. Today, we are going to learn about variables. A variable is like a box that stores information for you to use later. You can name the box whatever you want, and you can put anything inside it, like numbers, words, or even objects in the game, like parts or tools. To make this even easier to understand, let's say x equals 3. Ignore the word local for now. I'm going to explain it later on in the video. X equals 3. This means that the letter x is the value 3. And if you were to create another variable like y and say y equals x plus 2, then y will be 5 since y equals x plus 2 is the same as y equals 3 plus 2. Variables can actually be very useful if you use them right. Now let's try something different. Let's say x equals 7, and let's say x equals x plus 2. To solve this, you have to take whatever value x has right now, add 2 to it, and then save that new number back into x. So if x was 7, now it's x equals 7 plus 2, which means x is now 9. This is kind of like math, but not exactly the same. They follow some rules. But it's important not to mix up the two too much, since in Roblox Studio, you can also use words and parts in a variable. Now let's create a new variable called player name. Remember how I said variables can be named anything? For this example, we would use the word player name for this variable. Let's say the variable player name equals Jake. Make sure to put quotation marks around the name Jake, like I did on my screen. The reason is that when you put a word between quotation marks, you are telling Roblox that that word is just plain text and not a variable or anything else. Now let's try to use the print statement, which we learned in lesson 1, so we can better understand variables. Now type print, then parentheses, and do not use quotation marks. Like I mentioned before, putting quotation marks will tell Roblox Studio that whatever you put between the quotation marks is plain text or a string. And we don't want that, since we are putting a variable inside, not plain text. Now, go press the play button on top. It should look like a blue play button, and see the word Jake, or whatever name you put, at the bottom of your screen or wherever you put the output window. Now let's try the number example, which was x equals 7. Do the same thing you did with the name variable. Use print parentheses, then the variable x, to see if the 7 appears at the bottom. Now let's print x to see what happens after we do x equals x plus 2. Then, let's try printing y after setting y equals x plus 2, so we can see the result in the output window. Now that you've got the hang of it, try to test it out and practice both the print statements and the variables. Also, almost forgot, in Roblox Studio, when you make a variable, you start with the word local, like this. Local x equals 7. Why do we write local? Because local tells the script, this variable should only work in this small section of code. It helps keep things clean and prevents errors when your script gets bigger. But don't worry too much about that right now. You'll understand when and why to use local more as you keep learning. That's how variables work. In Roblox scripting, they remember values and let you change them as your game runs. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for lesson 3.